Hello, hello. Testing 1 2 3. Happy New Year, everybody, to the Shark family. How's everybody doing? That's a great way to start. Whoopsies. Hold on. What is going on? Okay, there we go. That is a great way to start. Deanna Moore 7775. Thank you for your $2 donation. I appreciate that. Great way to start the show. Great way to start the new year, huh? How's everybody doing? How's your New Year's? How was it? Any New Year's resolutions? Anything exciting? Hello, hello. Let me say hi to everybody. Whitney's here. Yeah, first of the 2026. Right on. Whitney, Cindy from sunny South Florida. How you doing? Good to see you. Deanna Morris, good to see you. Again, thank you for your $2 donation. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Jess is in here. Jess, how are you? Flojo, good to see you. Right on, right on. Wasn't too sure if people were gonna show up because it is New Year's Day, and I was gonna watch this video by myself, but I figured let's watch it together. Nancy Grace came out. Yours truly, Nancy Grace, came out with a premiere, a video on the Celeste and David case. I saw a little bit of it. I was in her chat room for a little bit, and I got to see it a little bit, but we'll see it in its entirety together. Should be interesting. Whoops. And some thoughts and prayers for Native Girl, my mod. She's in the ER. Well, she took her daughter. I don't know if she wanted me to say anything, so maybe I shouldn't, huh? Anyway, send her some love and thoughts and prayers. Fonzie, good to see you. Yeah, those freaking fireworks, man. They get bigger and bigger and louder every year. So let me go over some rules real quick. Yeah, what's up, Della Dink? Yeah, it was Warzone. Just a couple rules, couple housekeeping things before we get into it. Don't mention any other creators unless I bring them up. Be respectful to one another. Be respectful to your ideas and opinions. No personal attacking people in the chat. Be respectful of the host and guests that I have up here. And yeah, keep it cool, keep it classy. If not, you're out of here. Simple as that. But I haven't had any issues really at all. So you guys are awesome. You guys are great. So I do appreciate you guys. I do appreciate the Shark family. I really appreciate you guys helping and supporting the channel. Hit the like button, sub up, and share. We are en route to 1,000 subscribers so we can get ad revenue. So hopefully that would help out the channel. I'm not sure how much I would get because it's not a huge channel. Obviously, it's a baby channel. It's the start of a channel. But I mean, anything would help. I mean, if I get $1 a video, that's cool with me too. I mean, if I get anything, 50 cents, $1, shit, I'll take it. Why not? Cindy from Sunny Florida. Do I have to be nice to Nancy? Yeah, that's your favorite. She's your favorite person. How's your New Year's, Cindy? We actually we just had oh, thank you, Jess. Small channel, big heart. Appreciate it. Absolutely. And I have one of the best members, subscribers. Hey, Jada Bod, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. You growing? That's a start. Yeah, absolutely. I'm very humble when it comes to that, big or small. It's just everything else is a blessing. So I mean, I don't know. I'm just I'm very grateful. Very grateful. Definitely. Thank you. DJ Scene No Evil. It's a cool name. DJ Scene No Evil. Oh, I think I've seen your I was checking out your videos, man. You have some pretty cool videos. Yeah, your story too is pretty inspiring, man. Yeah. Was reading your profile. You got a big heart, man. You really do. Let's see. Catherine Ellison 5822. Good to see you. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. DJ See No Evil. Good to see you guys. All right. Yeah, DJ, see no evil. I was reading your profile. You got some cool music, man. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's play Cindy from sunny South Florida's favorite person, Nancy Grace. Whoops, I thought I had it right here. Luckily, I can pull it up real fast. No problem. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Let me share my screen and we'll watch it together. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Release the Nancy.
Posing, partially dismembered, in a Star's Tesla trunk.
She was left literally to rot.
It goes beyond the pale of what any human being ever would do to another human being.
One of the dumbest people in the world.
That's controversial.
To leave the body of his girlfriend in a trunk of his car.
I definitely smell a rat.
We need to delete it.
A dead body in your trunk can really hurt your reputation.
Residents in Hollywood Hills grow tired of a dusty 2023 Tesla Model Y with a Texas plate parked on the street for a month and report the vehicle. Days later, employees at Hollywood Tow notice a foul odor coming from the car and call police. Officers discover a decomposing body found in a bag in the frunk of the Tesla. Human remains wrapped in plastic, placed in a bag, and hidden in the front trunk of the Tesla are severely decomposed and partially dismembered. Police say the person was a female, 5'2", weighing 71 pounds, with wavy black hair, and was wearing a tube top and black leggings. The person appears deceased inside the vehicle for an extended period of time before being found.
A missing little girl, Celeste, just 13 years old when she goes missing, found decomposing, partially dismembered, in a Star's Tesla trunk, who is now whining because his tour is canceled. The music star I'm talking about has gone multi-platinum.
Multi-platinum, that's right. Oh, I forgot to say that we do have our... Oh, thank you, Catherine. I appreciate that. $5 super sticker. Let's go, man. We're starting off the new year good. I appreciate that. Best wishes for your channel. That's so cool. I love that. I love the positivity you guys bring to my channel. And it's very uplifting, very positive. I do like it. These cases are hard as they are. So this positivity and this upbringing for me and my channel and for everybody is really genuine, and I love it. And I really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Add to that is that our members only Discord too. If we had a live last night, which was pretty cool. We had like a West Coast and an East Coast New Year's watch party, and so that was for members only too. Sometimes we'll be doing that. I'm gonna try to do movies on there. It's just that the streaming services like Hulu and Netflix, they have like a pirated software that it doesn't allow me to stream it, but I'll figure a way around it. And yeah, if you guys become a member, you guys can check us out on my Discord, which we have pretty cool conversations, and we continue the conversation there. That's right. Yeah, Dank, you didn't know if you were East Coast, West Coast, South, or North.
But before I talk about all of his musical success and how much money he's making and how famous he is, can I show you what he just reposted? Okay, of a guy chopping up luncheon meat, and he says, "Me, if I see her talk with other dudes." You know, not a good look when your then 13-year-old girlfriend is found dismembered and decomposing in your Tesla? And as I recall, to Israel Salas Rodriguez joining us, senior news reporter, U.S. Sun, not just dismembered and decomposing. I mean, by the way, that video is from @Brian on TikTok. You could smell the trunk as you approached the Tesla. And isn't this true, Israel Salas Rodriguez, that the Tesla was noticed by the neighborhood because it was so dusty and it had been sitting there for so long? My point is, how could somebody put a then 13-year-old little girl in a trunk and leave the car there for weeks on end? How long was that car sitting there, Israel?
That's right, Nancy. So the car was reportedly sitting there for weeks in an affluent neighborhood in Los Angeles, the Hollywood Hills. Neighbors complained about a foul odor coming from the Tesla. However, it wasn't until early September when authorities finally impounded that vehicle from the neighborhood.
Was the Tesla moved a couple of times when it was sitting out on the street?
That's unclear right now, Nancy. However, there was reports from neighbors that the Tesla was parked in a home in that same area in the Hollywood Hills, and then days later it was parked on the sidewalk.
It's a little weird to see a car that I haven't seen here for a long time. Had a big dent on it, had a Texas plate on it, so all a little odd.
One neighbor says the distinct-looking Tesla was parked on the street for some time in front of the house that was searched, and later in 2 other spots on the street. The vehicle stood out because it has a Texas plate and a big dent.
That from our friends at WABC7. To Dave Mack joining me, Crime Stories investigative reporter. Isn't it true, Dave, that she was so decomposed she had to be forensically identified? Isn't that true?
Absolutely correct, Nancy.
Okay, again, Joe Scott Morgan, I'm just a felony prosecutor. Could you explain what that means? I mean, I'm guessing that means that they didn't open the trunk and look at her and go, that's the little missing girl, Celeste. She had to be forensically identified.
Yeah, to kind of frame this out a little bit, Nancy, her Celeste measurements, her weight specifically in life, you ready for this, was 120 pounds. The remains that they have are somewhere in the neighborhood of 70. So no, they could not have been able to actually visualize her and say, yeah, this is Celeste. This is who we've been looking for. No, they're going to go at this. I do understand that she has specific tattoos, and they were able to use that. I can only assume her family's involved in this.
Put them up, please. Okay, specifically one tattoo, a tiny tattoo on the inside of her finger that says, shh, shh, and you could only see it if that finger was held up. There it is. There's the shh. Now, I just saw another tattoo, and I'd like to see it again. That was the other tattoo on her finger. So Mom and Dad couldn't see her tattoos. David. Wow. David, the musician. And it's on her ring finger. Hello? David, the musician. And it's on a ring finger. But you know what's interesting? Can I see Joe Scott, please? The shh tattoo. What a coinkydink that he.
What did she say? What a coinkydink? What the heck? That was funny. Oh man. Yeah, hi everybody that just came in. Bean Baby, good to see you. Happy New Year. And David is guilty. Good to see you. Right on. And Miss Dizzle Dinger. And then there was somebody else, I think. Hopefully I got everybody. If I didn't, raise your hand and I will say hi to you. I like to say hi to everybody. Yeah, this is definitely sad, huh, DJ? I mean, this is just beyond the pale. Beyond.
David, some people look at his name and it looks like D4VD, and he pronounces it David. He has the same tattoo on his index finger. What a coincidence. Isn't that odd, Joe Scott Morgan?
Yeah, what else is odd is that a child this age has tattoos. All right. So just let that sink in just for a second. The fact that she does have this tattoo, though, was certainly beneficial as far as getting her remains identified. And listen, you can't just go based upon the tattoo. There are other elements here. We have
a lot of coinky dinks here, huh? In this case, a lot of coinky dinks.
Look
some
at that, Joe
clothing.
Scott. We were just showing
Yeah.
her with the ring on her ring finger. That's on her left hand. This is when she goes missing. She's 13 years old. Listen to this.
The 13-year-old became friends with singer David on social media and ran away to Hollywood to
Hey, you guys were saying in the comment section the other day that this is AI. I had my suspicions about these pictures, man. All the pictures that are blurry, I have my suspicions. So you guys were saying this was AI, and it's wild because it's being broadcasted, if it is, in mainstream media. Look at that. Flojo says yes. Della Dank says yes. Jade Abad says yes. Oh, the original photo of David is David by himself. Cindy, look at that. Even Cindy, everybody's saying that. Cindy from Sunset Florida, that pic is said to be AI. That's why I'm like, why is it so blurry? It makes me wonder what the other blurry pictures, if those are AI as well. So weird, man. Right, Whitney. That was one of my theories too, is that it makes her look older. Because these pictures, if you remember, they came out from TMZ. And they came out blurry. And so that was one of the theories we had was that I had that was, were they trying to make her look older on purpose? So that it could be a defense type of thinking where it's like, yeah, I could see that. They thought she was older. But that makes a lot of sense that this one's AI. Shark family coming in hot. I love it. Thank you guys.
see the
And thank you guys for bringing this picture up too. I mean, this video. Thank you guys. I appreciated that in Discord. That's right, Team Z, Cindy. They're the only ones that are covering the case like this. And I mean, I wish we could have more sources on the ground like ABC News, NBC News, and whatnot. But they're just not covering it, unfortunately.
rising star. Celeste was returned home to Lake Elsinore by police. Celeste remained in school for a month. Then in May, David picked Celeste up in a Tesla to go to the movies, and she has been gone ever since.
This little girl disappears for the first time when she is just 13 years old after she goes to meet a musician who has gone multi-platinum, and they start talking online. She goes to a concert somehow, hooks up with him, and they start talking online. That's the working theory. He's not charged with anything, and I'm very curious about that decision. Let's hear it all from the horse's mouth.
Hello, my name is David, pronounced David, not D4VD. I'm from Queens, New York. I'm in Houston now. I am a gamer. I love video games. I wanted to be a professional gamer before music. That's actually what pushed me into music, was getting copyright strikes on YouTube. And I kind of just used my own music in my montages after my mom told me to, because I was crying to her about it.
That is from the Genius YouTube channel.
The 20-year-old became a YouTube star playing his favorite game, Fortnite, and commentary. His channel was defunded due to his use of popular music he used on his videos that he did not license. He says his mother told him to make his own music for his videos. He downloaded a free music app for his phone, and his music career was born. Using his own music in his gaming montages, Burke begins uploading his tracks to SoundCloud. His music gains more attention than his gaming montages. Self-produced song Romantic Homicide goes viral, leading to a record deal. Romantic Homicide is certified multi-platinum.
Has anybody actually looked at the lyrics of Romantic Homicide? Let's put it up on the screen so we can all take a look. Okay, we definitely need to shrink on this. In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. Do I love you? No, I hate you.
Yeah, so this is from Romantic Homicide that Nancy Grace is reading. Yeah, keep the conversation going, guys. You guys are doing good, man. You guys come up with some really good theories, good opinions, and good timelines as well, and facts too. When somebody is asking questions too, I like that about you guys. That somebody asks the questions, you like, and then you guys are like, "Oh yeah, it was this or the other." So that's pretty cool, you guys. I appreciate that too.
Back in my mind, you died, and I didn't even cry. No, not a single tear. And I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive. Take a listen to David promoting his song Romantic Homicide.
So what inspired the hook, In the Back of My Mind You Died, is kind of like the storytelling aspect of the lyrics that came before it, in a way that it builds up to the big moment where she died in the back of my mind. Like, I didn't kill her physically, but in the back of my mind, she died. And I didn't even cry, not a single tear.
That is from the genius.
I mean, doesn't that say a lot? I killed somebody in the back of my mind and I didn't even cry a tear. I mean, doesn't that sound like, dude, you have no remorse? It sounds like you have no remorse. I get it. It's all art. I get it. It's all music. But in light of what we've heard and the situation in this case with Celeste Rivas, this is creepy. I mean, the very least, it's creepy. And again, everybody is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Nobody has been charged. Okay, so I do have to say that disclaimer.
YouTube channel. A lot of you may not be familiar with his music. It's not rap. It's more like R&B. I've listened to a lot of it, specifically Romantic Homicide. He's also ventured into clothing. I'd like you to see some of the shirts that he, David, has offered online for sale. Oh.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Not in real life. Not in real life, huh, Jessica? Not in real life. In the back of my mind, it's like, what? Whitney says, zesty looking crunch bar. What? What? Zesty looking crunch bar? Jeez, man.
Wait, hold on. Wait, are those blood spattered shirts? It looks like, is it in a car? I don't know where it is, but that's him with blood spattered shirts. To Joanna Nevis, veteran criminal defense attorney. Joanna, you are fully versed in guilty conscience. Sometimes the cleanup is worse than the crime, the cover-up, so to speak. Why would he suddenly remove shots of him with bloody T-shirts? It looks like it's even in a car. Why? Why would he do that suddenly?
You know, Nancy, so many people, especially celebrities, are represented by, what we say, like public relations representatives who will advise them to do certain things so that they can attack things before the damage happens. And, you know, this is somebody who was in the spotlight. He's already being attacked about his lyrics. He's already being painted as the person who is, you know, likely responsible for this because he had a relationship with this person. And he is likely being told that he should take these images down. Although these images are a part of his overall brand, we're talking about creative expression.
I can't wait. I can't wait for you to try that on the jury. This was his artistic expression. What more do we know about this guy?
Burke has released several singles, including Here With Me, that charted on the Billboard Hot 100. He has recorded 2 EPs, and last April released his first full album, Withered, with the Withered World Tour starting last month, and canceled the day the body in his Tesla was identified as Celeste. His deluxe album is shelved. His record label, Interscope, suspended the album's release and paused all promotional activities related to David. His endorsement deals are canceled.
What? Do I have this correct? To Dave Mack, Crime Stories Investigative.
Let me rewind that. What was that? What was she doing with her eye? Hold on, let me rewind that.
Are canceled.
What? Do I have this correct?
What was that?
To Dave Mack, Crime Stories investigative reporter, that after Celeste's butchered remains are found in his Tesla trunk, he continues touring, for several weeks until the outcry online it becomes too noisy to ignore?
It's unbelievable, Nancy, that bloody remains are found in a vehicle registered to you, yet you continue on this world tour like nothing was found in your car, and only stop when the remains are identified as a missing child from Lake Elsinore. He went on about his daily business after a bloody, chopped up, decomposed corpse was found in his abandoned car, Nancy. Think about all of this, and it goes beyond the pale of what any human being ever would do to another human being.
You know, Dave Mack, apparently you and I are the only ones concerned, because as of this moment, when we go to air tonight, there have been no charges at all. Okay, he's in a relationship with her. She's a runaway, times 2. She's been gone over a year with him. I bet if we timed those photos, we'd find out how long she's been with him. And now she's dead. Now, okay, look at this live stream video of David and Celeste.
Oh, yo, wait.
Oh, look at answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer
Which
that.
one? What's good, David? Big fan. Yo, thank you, Mitochondria. Appreciate you.
I gotta stop with him if you even.
We
need to delete it.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?
That's right, friends, at the Daily Mail. An integral part of any homicide investigation is a timeline. It's critical. Based on a timeline, you can alibi people, you can unalibi other people that you're looking at as a suspect. It changes.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, the timeline, how prosecutors, DA, or detectives are going to line that up with a timeline, because as we've seen, it gets confusing. It really does. So when we saw the Melody Buzzard case, when they had a press conference, law enforcement, they had a really nice back timeline in the back of all like facts of all what happened. On this date, this happened. On this date, they went on a trip. On this date, she came back without her. And so I think that's what we're going to see too. I mean, we see that all throughout the cases when it comes to when you're in court. We see that all the time. So it's going to be interesting to see what timeline law enforcement has with this case. When she was last seen, when she was unalived, when David met her, when David allegedly did unalive her, or whoever it was, who moved the vehicle. I think a lot of the questions will be answered, in my humble opinion.
Everything. And in the last hours, a video has emerged potentially placing this little girl, just 13 years old when she goes missing, at a David D4VD concert in Maryland on August 24. Significance. Very quickly, Dave Mack, when was Celeste's body found in David Burke's Tesla trunk?
And again, guys, if you guys like to help support the channel and like what I do, and it helps me go to some of the places of where David took pictures. I have videos of where I've gone on scene, downtown LA. I mean, that helps with gas, that helps with food and stuff. And so if you guys would like to help support Hiking Boots on the Ground, I do have super chats. I do have super stickers, memberships. You can gift memberships as well. Again, it's not required, but it is appreciated. Thank you, guys.
She was found on September the 8th.
And it had been sitting out on the street in posh Hollywood Hills for weeks that we know of. So that gives me a timeline. That's what I'm getting at. So if she is alive, if this is in fact her in the video, August 24, and then we've got September 7, that gives me a timeline. Let's take a look at the video right now. This video has been circulating. Video from
All right, so this video right here, I really want to focus on this because this has been a hot topic with us in Discord and in here, whether this is Celeste Rivas or not. So let's watch the video and you guys tell me what you guys think. Is this Celeste Rivas in late August at a concert with David, or is this somebody else?
Clips of David on TikTok. Now, isn't it true? Melissa McCarty joining me, investigative reporter, host of the Killer Genes podcast, author of The Making of a Crime Reporter. Melissa, thank you for being with us. Isn't it true that Celeste's body was found in a black tube top?
All right, let me rewind that. There we go. You guys see that? Yeah, August 24th. Seems a little bit late, says Jadabod. Whitney says, I don't think it's her. Let's see. Yeah, what do you guys think? I don't know. I'm kind of like, I go back and forth. I really do with this because, I mean, who came out with the statement that this wasn't Celeste Rivas? It was David's camp. And Nancy Grace believes that this is her because of what the description she's about to say right now. But from other reports that I've heard, was that she was found in black leggings. So let's hear what she says here. So there's like conflicting reports.
TikTok. Now, isn't it true? Melissa McCarty joining me, investigative reporter, host of the Killer Genes podcast, author of The Making of a Crime Reporter. Melissa, thank you for being with us. Isn't it true that Celeste's body was found in a black tube top and ripped jeans? Isn't that true, Melissa?
She was about 75 miles away from where she was living with her family in Lake Elsinore in the Hollywood Hills.
Now, I'm going to come back to you on that, Melissa, because I don't think she was living with her family anymore. She was at one time, and then she goes missing. And according to neighbors that we have heard about tonight, she had been living with this grown man, David Anthony Burke, a.k.a. David, for a long time. Some sources date her relationship back to her age 11. Did you see that picture of her as a little girl? Yeah, age 11. We can establish age 13. You are seeing video from...
This is another picture too. This one right here, where I question it because it gives me like these pictures right here. Let me see.
Date her relationship back to
this
her...
one right here. Like this one, I'm like, why is this one so blurry? And this one, out of all the pictures, she looks a lot older. And again, these came out from TMZ. You see like the long neck where you guys were talking about, Whitney? And so let me go back to the other picture. Let me go back to the one in the concert. This one right there. So I'm wondering if they try to do that for a reason or for a purpose. Like, let's say it's not her, right? Like, how come they haven't come forward and said it's not them? I would imagine they would. They would come forward and say, like, if it's Sia, like, hey, that's not me. You know, that's me. That's not Celeste. But if it is Celeste, then it's like she can't say that that's her, obviously, because she's unalive. And we've seen other pictures where it's alleged that it's Celeste Rivas with Josh, the co-manager at the Fonta Theater too. And coincidentally enough, I mean, I thought this was the brother, but people were saying that this is a rapper. I mean, there's just so many conflicting reports. But I think this is a rapper. I think so because there was a video from the from this guy, I believe. Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Jada. I appreciate that. She gifted 1 membership. Who got it? Tina Hernandez got it right on. Do you guys know who this guy is? Do you guys know who this guy is next to her? Because early reports said that it was David's little brother. But then later on, when I started doing some deep divings, somebody was saying that it was a rapper. Jada Bod, thank you so much. Gifted 1 membership of Baby Shark. Right on. Feliz Año Nuevo, Darcy. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Right on. Thank you, Jada Bod. I appreciate that. The J in Jade Abad is for Joe.
Tube top and ripped jeans. Isn't that true, Melissa?
She was about 75 miles away from where she was living with her family in Lake Elsinore in the Hollywood Hills.
Now, I'm going to come back to you on that, Melissa, because I don't think she was living with her family anymore. She was at one time, and then she goes missing. And according to neighbors that we have heard about tonight, she had been living with this grown man, David Anthony Burke, a.k.a. David, for a long time. Some sources date her relationship back to her age 11. Did you see that picture of her as a little girl? Yeah, age 11. We can establish age 13. You are seeing video from @Clips of David on TikTok. I want to see that again because now we are learning. We are learning. Moses Castillo joining me, former supervisor detective at LAPD, private investigator for the Dordillion Law Group. Castillo, look at this. People are saying, no, that's not her. So it's a woman a young girl that looks just like her, that is wearing her clothes, that is in a balcony reserved.
All right, let me back that up. All right, Della Dank, what do you think? Is it her or is it not her? This one right here. You got better eyes than me. So, oof. I mean, that's the thing, right? If she was unalive later on, it would reason to have her body, again, trigger warning, her body decompose faster, at a faster rate, because she was in the front trunk of a Tesla in the heat of LA weather. So the decomposition rate would be a lot faster. And I mean, would that have been the reason why nobody smelled anything at that point? Because it was later in August, in late August, right after this concert. And then it only at the tow yard, that's when people started smelling Celeste Rivas' decomposition body, because of maybe being transported. And then it was on top of the garage too, where the heat was stronger. It was right on where the sun was right on top of it. There wasn't any shade or anything like that to cover the car, as where that spot it was, where it was ticketed, the Tesla. There's a big edging right there, the brush that would cut some of the sunlight for half the day, and then when it gets on top, it would shine on it. But even then, I was there at the Hollywood Hills, and even then, because my truck doesn't have any AC, and I had my windows rolled down, and it was freaking unbearable. All right, so keep that in mind too. Keep that in mind.
A balcony reserved for special guests and family. And Moses Castillo. Oh, by the way, this is from @Clips of David on TikTok. Moses.
Let me catch up on chat. Let me see what you guys are saying. If this is from the Withered Turd in August 2025, it can't be Celeste because she was in the front. That's the thing, though. It's we're just having a conversation here, and her body was discovered on September the 9th in the tow yard, and supposedly it was moved, per SF Investigates, July 29, 2025. So, yeah, if this is from August, June, July, August, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me just catch up on chat real quick. DJ says, looks like her to me. Then again, I'm blind. Looks the same. That's funny, DJ. That's funny. Cindy from sunny South Florida says, Google says she was found in a tube top and black leggings. Right. That was the reports that we've heard early on, was that. And then this is the first time that I've heard any mainstream media news outlet, Nancy Grace, say that she was found in jeans and ripped jeans and a tube top. So which one is it? what do we base on our theories on? You see what I mean? Let me just catch up on the chat. And thank you. Oh, Bernice, thank you so much for a $5 super sticker. Yes, I heard David friends that there's another girl who was jealous of Celeste and she would wear Celeste's clothes, but who knows? Jeez, man. That's wild. Thank you again, Bernice. I appreciate that. Happy New Year. We're setting it off to a good start to 2026. Thank you very much for your $5 super sticker. Catch up on chat, guys. Thank you guys for being cool with each other, too, helping each other out with some information. I really love that about this chat. Let's see, where we try to work things out and dates and things like that. So I do appreciate that. Let's see. David is guilty says the LAPD in Fisher thinks she was in the Tesla when it was parked on July 29th. So it can't be her at the August concert if Neil parked the car with her in it if she wasn't inside. See, that's a good point. The July 29, 2025, when it was last moved, because it wasn't moved. And after that, that's when it got ticketed. That's when it got towed. And there's no video or of anybody that we know of that she was placed in the front trunk. So, I mean, there's that. There's that. That's one of my biggest problems with this being Celeste. If it was in August, but I did want to touch on it because that's what Nancy Grace was saying, that she was found in ripped jeans and a black tube top. But from earlier reports that we've seen and heard, she was found in black leggings, and a tube top, or leggings and a tube top. So let me catch up on the chat real quick. LAPD, boom, boom, boom. David is guilty says, why would Neil park it there? Miss Dizzle says, Asia had blonde hair, so not likely. Dent says, Mark, I honestly don't know anymore from the images that I enhanced. It does look like her to me, but then again, who is that girl? No word on who she is. And David's can't be trusted. I agree with that 100%, that David's can't be trusted, because earlier reports, they said he was cooperative. And to me, I don't think he ever was cooperative. I don't think so. Let's see. Daldeng says, yeah, the smell would be unbearable. Yep. DJ says, wow, 11, David is sick. Colt says, hey, Colt, how you doing? His brother knows his secrets on Celeste. David is guilty says her face is blurry too, so to say she looks just like Celeste is not true. David has a lot of actresses that look like Celeste. The smell so horrid that trust you won't be able to be around the car for that long, says Deladang. That's a good point too. That's a good point. In the heat, shade would not matter in my honest opinion, says Cindy. Catherine, you don't feel like it was earlier? Here's the thing. I mean, it could be in January, like Flojo was saying. He came up with that theory, January 2nd, 2025, because FS Investigates had the last known proof of life, a picture of Celeste Rivas. And so, but that's what he has. We don't know what LAPD has, what information they have, and they're going to have more than the general public. And so that's where I'm like, I don't know if it's in January 2nd, but there's no other indication of where she was after that. And there is a rumor going around in Reddit. There is some speculation going around that her friends and family heard from her in late April of 2025, or in around April of 2025. And as we know from LAPD, that's when David took a trip up to Santa Barbara in mid-spring. So I think it could have been then in April and mid-spring, something happened. Or it could have been closer to September, late or August, or January. I'm sorry, in around January. So either January 2nd, 2025, thereafter, or mid-spring, which is what the consensus is so far because of what LAPD was saying about how David went up to Santa Barbara for who knows what in the middle of the night. I mean, if that's not suspicious, I don't know what is. And then we have these reports where I've heard Nancy Grace said this could be her. So I don't know. I think I'm shooting more towards mid-spring something happened, or July. Something closer to when the car was moved, just based on the decomposition of where people didn't smell anything. But then again, I don't know. There's just so many questions. Let's see. Ms. Dizzle says, I'm surprised the decoy girl hasn't spoken out. Yeah, I agree. I'm conflicted on January and August, says Stella Dank. Sitting from sunny South Florida, early on, I heard a neighbor who was a woman that was taught walking her dog says that they didn't pay much attention to the smell because they had dead rats in the bushes all the time. Stella Dank, I've also seen messages of possibly being vacuum sealed. Wow. Fonzie, girl on the balcony looks taller, 5'2", and she is slouching. Bernice says, Happy New Year, baby sharks. Thank you. Jazz Jess says, Asia, because she wore the same style clothes a lot. Julie, hey Julie, how you doing? Happy New Year. How you been? How was your New Year? The girl on the balcony is Kira, the ex-girlfriend, I believe, said she was there in the balcony with her dad. Oh wow, Kira, that's interesting. Let me play this.
Same clothes. People are saying, oh, wait, I don't think that's her. It sure looks like her. Who should I believe? Them or my lying eyes?
Yes, I believe it is her, and I believe many people also believe it's her.
Guys, this is from a Silver Springs, Maryland concert, August 24. And if true, these photos create a timeline from August 24 until her decomposing body is found in Burke, artist known as David, Tesla, in an impound lot on September 8. It's reported the Tesla was parked on the street for about a month before being reported abandoned. There is, I assume that is the front of the tow lot. It was reported abandoned September 3. Now, we now have a timeline from August 24 to September 3. Not when the body was discovered in the parking in the tow lot, but when it was reported abandoned. The body was already in there. We have now narrowed the timeline down from August 24 to September 3. I want to show you another video that we dug up. Take a look at this. The words, I got time to kill, you got time to fill, we got blood to spill.
Which one is the Kira? I want to look her up. I want to match up the picture. What is what's Kira, or what does she go by, like the stage name, or so I can look her up?
All over the new car seats that I'm sleeping on. Okay, let that sink in just for a moment. You got time to fill. We got blood to spill all over the new car seats that I'm sleeping on. Take a listen to this.
Friends of Burke thought Celeste was 19 and his girlfriend. Describing Burke as a very shy, quiet person, friends said they saw Burke and Celeste together a lot as a romantically involved couple. Thinking Celeste was a student at USC, friends of Burke saw Celeste at age-restricted venues and clubs.
So apparently she was being passed off as much older than she actually was. And I've noticed in all the photos that are posted of her, she's always covering her face. Very curious. Bombshell tonight. Crime Stories now streaming first on Fox 1. That's right. You can now watch all the new episodes of Crime Stories first with Fox 1. We are so proud to have a partner who furthers our mission to always, always seek justice, whatever that may be. Watch episodes first with Fox 1, 24 hours before they are seen anywhere else. You can even try 7 days for free. The brand new season of Crime Stories airs now on Fox 1. Click the link in the episode description to learn more and watch first on Fox 1. We learned that overnight, the musician known as David flees his $3+ million mansion. He was paying $20,000 a month and breaks a lease. So getting out of that mansion was more important to him than losing a lot of money.
Burke was living in a home leased by his manager, Josh Marshall. But since police served a search warrant looking for blood at the residence, the singer decided not to live in the $20,000 a month home. They saw
time to have a time, and if true, Aunt Moses Castillo.
I want to go back to this. Yeah, that's not Kira. I saw the picture of Kira. That's not her. Oh man, I just wanted to go back a little bit.
Oh, by the way, this is from @ClubSobDavid on TikTok.
Let me show you some video footage of the concert of people that were there. Let me show you this. Real quick. Let me find it real quick. Concert footage. Yeah, Kira's, I don't know. It can't be her. Cannot be Kira. Kira's Caucasian, and this girl looks mixed. Let me get some of the concert footage. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. I organize this. Should be a lot easier now. Oh, here it is. I have to make sure I pause it because that way I won't get dinged. Jada Boss says no. 100% not her. Let me mute it. Make this bigger. Yeah, look at that. So let me play. It says, took this video of David's concert because I thought it looked like Sia. Now people are saying this was Celeste. So there's people that's saying that that was probably Sia. And it looks more, I'm leaning more towards that. That might be Sia. Let me bring up a picture of Sia. David and crew. All right, let me just bring up a picture of Sia real quick. 1 second. Huh. That's interesting. Let me see. Let's compare it with Sia, and then let's compare it with that one, with the picture. There we go. Can you guys see that okay? Oh, man. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I could see that. I don't know. What do you guys think? You don't think it's Sia, Fonzie? CIA or Sia? Whoa. Whoa, Flojo, you're going deep. How do you say it? SZA? SZA? How do you guys say it? Caesar Palace. Oh, there's a Sia too. Man, some of this makes me wonder that if it was all by design by David, because look at us, we're all confused. Is that Celeste? Is that not Celeste? It's like plausible deniability. Okay, SZA. Okay, that's how you say it, SZA. SZA. All right. Jess says, I don't know if it makes sense for him to publicly acknowledge her if he has been trying to hide the brooming. Interesting. Pretty interesting stuff here. SZA. All right, let me take this off. You don't think that's her either? Jay? Just call her Caesar. All right, let me play this again.
TikTok, Moses, same clothes. People are saying, oh, wait, I don't think that's her. It sure looks like her. Who should I believe? Them or my lying eyes?
Yes, I believe it is her, and I believe many people also believe it's her.
Guys, this is from a Silver Springs, Maryland concert, August 24. And
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah, Sia is the other lady. Yeah. Okay. You guys are right. SZA is the other lady. Okay, cool. Got it. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
if true, these photos create a timeline from August 24 until her decomposing body is found in Burke, artist known as David, Tesla, in an impound lot on September 8. It's reported the Tesla was parked on the street for about a month before being reported abandoned. There is, I assume that is the front of the tow lot. It was reported abandoned September 3. Now, we now have a timeline from August 24 to September 3. Not when the body was discovered in the parking in the tow lot, but when it was reported abandoned. The body was already in there. We have now narrowed the timeline down from August 24 to September 3. I want to show you another video that we dug up. Take a look at this. In the parking in the tow lot, but when it was reported abandoned, the body was already in there. We have now narrowed the timeline down from August 24 to September 3. I want to show you another video that we dug up. Take a look at this. The words, I got time to kill, you got time to fill, we got blood to spill all over the new car seats that I'm sleeping on. Okay, let that sink in just for a moment. You got time to fill. We got blood to spill all over the new car seats that I'm sleeping on. Take a listen to this.
Friends of Burke thought Celeste was 19 and his girlfriend. Describing Burke as a very shy, quiet person, friends said they saw Burke and Celeste together a lot as a romantically involved couple. Thinking Celeste was a student at USC, friends of Burke saw Celeste at age-restricted venues and clubs.
That's another thing that always pricks my ears when people say that she's from USC. Right, University is State of California, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So what made people think that she went to that school? Okay, that's a question I have.
So apparently she was being passed off as much older than she actually was. And I've noticed in all the photos that are posted of her, she's always covering her face very curious.
Yeah, Darcy, that's a good thought. Is strategically doppelganger planted by David and his crew. I mean, we know how David is. We know how he is when it comes to symbolism, when it comes to metaphors and art. And look at us, how we are. We're just confused. It might be by design. Yeah, that's a good comment, Darcy.
Bombshell tonight. Crime Stories now streaming first on Fox 1. That's right. You can now watch all the new episodes of Crime Stories first with Fox.
Not only that, too, Julie. Julie says, I can't believe anybody would think this babyface teen would have been 18. Not a chance. That's the thing, too. The mentality, too, of a 13, 14-year-old is way different than a 19-year-old. Way different, light years away. And when you hear them talk, it's like, oh, that's a kid, that's a baby. You know what I mean? So there's that too, is the mentality of that person is so different than a 19-year-old. So I do agree with that, Julie.
One. We are so proud to have a partner who furthers our mission to always, always seek justice, whatever that may be. Watch episodes first with Fox 1 24 hours before they are seen anywhere else. You can even try 7 days for free. The brand new season of Crime Stories airs now on Fox 1. Click the link in the episode description to learn more and watch first on Fox 1. We learned that overnight, the musician known as David flees his $3+ million mansion. He was paying $20,000 a month and breaks a lease. So getting out of that mansion was more important to him than losing a lot of money.
Burke was living in a home leased by his manager, Josh Marshall. But since police served a search warrant looking for blood at the residence, the singer decided not to live in the $20,000 a month home. The owner, Mladen Trifunovic, says Marshall signed the lease in February, and he didn't know Burke was living in the house. After the raid, Trifunovic says they didn't want to live there anymore and are breaking the lease. The home was previously owned by Halle Berry.
You're not seeing a really good shot of it. The beautiful side of the front. Oh, by the way, these shots are from our friend Harvey Levin over at TMZ. Take a look at this. So he leaves and breaks a lease. Coincidentally, Melissa McCarty joining us, investigative reporter and host of Killer Jeans podcast. He breaks a lease to the tune of tens of thousands of dollars. He may have had to pay out the lease. I don't know how many years. It was $20,000 a month. For how long? How many months? How many years? He breaks the lease and flees in the middle of the night. Tell me about the search of that mansion that just went down, the mansion that once belonged to Halle Berry.
Well, police officers are looking for anything to help build a case at this point. So they're looking for traces of blood throughout the property. They're also collecting all kinds of electronics because they also, a huge issue here, they need to prove the extent of this relationship that he had with this child. You know, so they're looking at communications, when they met, what age was she when they connected. So anything that could help them build a physical and digital forensic pathway.
Mladen Trifunovic, the owner of the home Burke was renting for $20,000 a month, has hired a private investigator, Steve Fisher, to try and find out what was happening in the home he owns. Fisher was hired shortly after a forced search warrant was served at the home. Nobody was home when police served a search warrant.
The LAPD says Celeste had been deceased for weeks before being discovered in Burke's Tesla. Private investigator Steve Fisher says he has seen surveillance video from neighbor homes and knows exactly when the Tesla was last moved and who moved it to the location from where it was towed in very late July.
And the only way to amass that information, to gather it, is from the cams in the neighborhood. Listen.
Surveillance cameras in the Hollywood Hills build a complete timeline showing when Burke's Tesla was parked on Bluebird Avenue, who parked it, and whether anything was placed in the vehicle after it was parked. There's also no evidence indicating Celeste's body was transferred into the Tesla after it was parked on the street.
Joining me right now, private investigator Steve Fisher. He's been on the case from the very, very beginning. Missing persons private investigator, search and rescue specialist, and owner of Search Investigations. He is the one hired by the Hollywood Hills property renter, the leaser, where D4VD David Burke was living. You claim that you have amassed video camera evidence from the neighborhood, and that having looked at that, you've pieced together a timeline, and you know when Burke's Tesla with a dead body in it, I think, was first parked in the neighborhood. When was it first parked in the neighborhood?
It moved to that last spot on July 29th at about 11 something in the morning. And I'll tell you, it was in the same shape that we saw it in those tow photos where it was completely dirty and trashed. I could tell that they had run the windshield wiper once just so they could see out of it, and they had rolled the window down to move it, even though they're moving about a block and a half. But it was in that condition still, so it had not been used in a long time. They had clearly been just moving it around different areas of the neighborhood.
July 29, 11 a.m., Burke's Tesla was moved to its last location. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Do you know where it was parked before that?
That I don't know, because from the house that it was taken from is a little bit down the hill, but on the same street that the rental house is on.
Okay. So you're telling me the Tesla that held Celeste's decomposing body was ultimately left on the same street where he was living?
It looked like it was coming from the rental house. I can't say for sure, but there's only a few houses on that street because that's like an off street, and it came down that road and was turning onto where you go up the Bluebird there, where it was left.
Okay. Are you telling me on a video you can see the Tesla coming from the...
So that concert is from Silver Springs concert, August 23rd. August 23rd. $2025. And there's a video I want to show you guys. And that's in Washington. So if that is her, then... Huh. Let me share this real quick. That means that she crossed state lines. Let's see if you guys can see that. You guys see that? The Fillmore Silver Spring in Washington. Look at that. There's that balcony. Yeah, see, there's that balcony right there. Look at that. Like for VIP backstage. Isn't that interesting? So that's in Washington. So if that was her, then she would have been back by what Della Dank was saying, by private plane. Oh, look, they got like a seating area up here. No, it's the East Coast. East Coast. Washington, right here, look. You guys see that? On the East Coast? Yeah, see, I don't think that's her now. I don't know. But there's that right there. And let me show you guys something real quick, too. Gotcha, Julie. Good comment. Just balcony tickets can normally be bought through the venue or ticket sales place. They aren't always reserved for people in the family. From and she used to work for Ticketmaster. Look at that. Boom. Insider information. Thank you, Julie. Del Deng says he was traveling by private plane, but I don't know at this point, and she had the fake IDs. DJ says we as the public have no clue what they really know and have as evidence. I agree. Only the perpetrator, the killer, the suspect knows. Suspects, plural. And Celeste Rivas know, right, DJ? Good point. And Celeste Rivas isn't here to tell her side of the story. Fonzie says the mixed information is media driven. I agree. It's definitely not ruled out. If it was or wasn't her, I'm sure the police know, says Real Adil. Adi? Hey, good to see you. Welcome. Joaquin, good to see you. That's cool. Got some new faces in here. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, Dank, where's the surveillance of the footage? When was the video of him asking mommy? Jadabod says if he could take a private plane. When was that video? Do you guys remember? I can only hold so much information. But let me show you guys a video from that concert. Let me bring it up real quick. Oh man, I gotta delete some videos. Give me a second. Video storage, delete. Okay, yeah, here it is. Julie says she would have been soup if she was died in August. But see, this is what I like. I like figuring things out with you guys. I love figuring sleuthing. You know what I mean? I love that. Doing it with the Shark family, the Shark crew. It's like, does it make sense? Maybe, maybe not. Delete everything. Julie. So let me bring this up. Let me make sure I pause it.
The direction of his house.
Yeah, so the road is curved, and so the house that captured that is kind of at the base of the curve. So you can't see, you can see it coming down the road. You can't see exactly where it started, and you can't see.
Yeah, if you guys like to help support the channel, hit the like button. We have super chats, super stickers. We are in a good start today, January 26th, 2026. We're off to a good start. So if you'd like to help support the channel, we have super stickers, super chats, gifted memberships, and yeah, appreciate it. It's not required, but it is appreciated.
The driveway of the rental house. It stops right before that. The camera angle does.
Wow. Okay. Did you see any camera video of any nature that showed the Tesla parked in that area prior to July 29?
I have seen the images that I obtained from the Department of Transportation on the day it was ticketed and towed, which was September 5th. And then I have seen a video that shows it in May of 2025, very clean, but actually parked on that Bluebird Street, that one where it was ultimately
Jadabad, thank you so much for your gifted membership. Lori Wynn got it. I appreciate that. Let me see how many memberships we got so far, because YouTube gives us 5. So we have 1, 2. If we get 3 more, I'll do the free gifting one that YouTube gives us to kind of get the ball rolling. So that would be cool. If we get 3 more memberships, I'll donate the 5 ones that YouTube gives us to get the ball rolling. Thank you, Jad Abad. Thank you. Let's go. Oh, actually, look what I did. Look what I clipped. Check this out. Hey, Go, how you doing? Yeah, let's go. First live of 2026. That's right. With the Coke Zero and the shark emojis. So every time everybody donates or does super chat. Oh, shoot. I forgot to mute it because I was doing the screenshot when we were doing the chat, the Discord. So I forgot to mute you guys. That's when I clipped this. So I had to remember to mute it. You can hear yourself in the background go. So let me mute this. And then this is every time someone donates. This is how I feel. Boom. We got the breakdancer now. All right. Boom. We got the breakdancer now. Coming in hot. Looping the video. Let me loop the video. Boom. Boom. There he is. All right. Thank you, Jedabad. Yeah, if we get 3 more, I'll do the ones that YouTube gives us, so we can get the ball rolling. Let's see. Go back over here. Let me play this.
towed from, but it was clean at that time.
Joining me now, Scott Eicher, who has actually performed experiments with a Tesla. Founding member, FBI Cellular Analysis Survey Team, former police officer, homicide detective with Norfolk, Virginia. Currently, Precision Cellular Analysis. Scott, thank you for being with us. Explain what you learned about this Tesla, other than the fact that if the trunk is opened over 10 minutes, an alert is sent by text or email to the owner.
Yeah, and the
all right, boom. Jazzy Jazz just gifted a membership. Let's see who got it. Jessa Mass got it. That's cool. Thank you so much, Jess, for the gifted membership. Jazzy Jazz for the Baby Shark membership. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, so how many we got so far? 1, 2, 3. All right, we're just 2 more away from gifting 5 memberships. Sweet.
Tesla, as we have talked before, has numerous cameras on it, so you get these alerts when the trunk is open, or the front trunk, if they call it the frunk, and there's a small area in front of in the front of the car there, in the front, that you can.
Since you said please, Joaquin, the magic word, I would read your question. Let's see. Where does it say? Yeah, the frunk. They call it frunk in the Tesla. Stupid name. Let me see. Where is it? 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 Oh, here it is. Joaquin asks if David's traveling abilities are limited. Do we know if his phone conversations with close friends are being monitored? And where is David today? Some really good questions. Really good questions. I would imagine his phone was tapped. I mean, I wouldn't see why not. I wouldn't see why he was being monitored or surveilled. I wouldn't see. I wouldn't doubt that only his parents, police, and his attorney know where he's at right now at this minute. So, yeah, that's a possibility. I mean, we've seen that with other cases. It's not out of the norm of yeah, it's not nothing out of the norm. Mm-hmm. And play this.
Put baggages or groceries. That's what I use it for. But in this case, her body was found inside the trunk of the Tesla. It's a very small area, and you can see some of the pictures. This is my daughter here
Who
sitting
is
in it.
that?
Just upright.
That's your reenact. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. That's my daughter. She's about 100 pounds, so it's pretty tight in there for her. But as if the victim in this case with Celeste, she's already deceased, they're more foldable and bendable at that point in time.
Scott Eicher, how tall is your daughter?
5'2", 100 pounds.
Okay, that's generally the same size as Celeste, generally speaking. Scott, it's almost a 360-degree video of the surroundings of the car. What all would the cameras catch?
They catch numerous aspects, front, back, and side views of the camera. And this is me reenacting bringing a bag to the front of the car.
How wild would it be if law enforcement, LAPD robbery and homicide division have video footage of somebody putting Celeste Rivas in the front trunk of the Tesla in bags? How wild would that be? And look how crystal clear that would be, the image. Let me back it up. And yeah, see the front trunk? I mean, that's where the theory comes up, where a lot of these like FBI profilers, they're saying that there's no way that she could get in the front trunk without her being dismembered. So that's where that theory comes from these FBI behavior analysis. And I mean, they're pretty smart. They in law enforcement. So yeah, I mean, that's a possibility too, that she was dismembered to fit in the front trunk, as this FBI is saying. But he's also saying that a body, when they're unalive, that they are more foldable too. Again, trigger warning, guys.
That's generally the same size.
Hey, Sharon, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy New Year. Native girl, native girl, native girl. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We're sending some thoughts and prayers your way, okay? Normal Guerra, good to see you.
As Celeste, generally speaking. Scott, it's almost a 360-degree video of the surroundings of the car. What all would the cameras catch?
They catch numerous aspects, front, back, and side views of the camera. And this is me reenacting bringing a bag to the front of the car, opening the hood, placing that bag into that frunk area, that little space that we saw earlier, and then showing. As you can see, that's the dash camera in front of the car and right by the.
Yeah, see this right here. I mean, how wild would it be? Hey, Hugh, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy New Year to you and your family. Good to see you. David is good to says, isn't it odd that David used his expensive car to store her? You think he used a cheaper model? That's the thing with criminals, man. You don't know what their level of thinking is. Like, we think that way, right? Because we're not storing bodies in the front trunk of a Tesla. So their thinking is a lot different than how we're going to think, logically and reasonably. Yeah, Natty, bro. Hopefully everything's okay, and hopefully you didn't mind me saying that to the chat to send you thoughts and prayers. But look how crystal clear this is, and we've gone over a deep dive on the Tesla and how much evidence the Tesla. I always say, and I've always said this, is that the Tesla is going to be the star witness, in my opinion, in this case. The star witness in this case will probably be the Tesla. Look at this. Look at this camera. This guy, it records you as you're putting something in the front trunk of the Tesla. It records the sides, the left, the right, the back. And it also has a recording inside of the Tesla. I mean, I can't not imagine law enforcement not having this type of evidence or footage in their possession.
Mirror, and it's facing right down the front of the car. So anybody coming to the front of that car will get viewed pretty clearly, as you can see. And then there's cameras on each side of the car and the rear of the car too.
I want to remind everyone that as we go to air tonight, David Anthony Burke, aka D4VD, is innocent in the eyes of the law, and he remains innocent unless the presumption of innocence is pierced and overcome by evidence that proves him guilty. Take a look at Celeste's little middle school boyfriend.
She said how her mom didn't treat her well or whatever.
All right. I really want you guys to be honest with me with this interview with the ex-boyfriend of Celeste Rivas, the ex-boyfriend from middle school. I really want you guys to have your honest opinion in chat about this interview.
And she didn't like where she was at. We were at PE, and she told me, my friend, that she was running away. And she said it was because of her parents, and she was like joking about it, and she was like happy, like joking like she always was, and like it didn't seem real because like she was like playing around, joking about it. And the next day she wasn't at school, and like that's the last time I saw her. My heart dropped. I was like, I don't know, I just couldn't believe it. I kind of had a feeling when I saw.
Flojo says somebody is whispering to him? Really? Huh. Let me put my earbuds in.
Like, the first thing, I was like, what if it is her? But I just like brushed it off. But when I saw it really was her, I was like, damn, I really knew.
That's for our friends over at...
No, I want your guys' honest opinion. I really do. I mean, all our opinions are welcome here. We don't personally attack anybody here. I welcome your opinions. A lot of the theories and opinions from my chat, I mean, you guys have a lot of great insight and a lot of great thoughts that I want to explore, and I do want to have a conversation. So please tell me what you think of this conversation, of this interview by the kid. Let me go back a little bit. There we go.
That proves him guilty. Take a look at Celeste's little middle school boyfriend.
She said how her mom didn't treat her well or whatever, and she didn't like where she was at. We were at PE, and she told me, my friend, that she was running away. And she said it was because of her parents, and she was like joking about it, and she was like happy, like joking like she always was, and like it didn't seem real because like she was like playing around.
Boom, we got another gifted membership by Flojo TV. Explore Core, got it. Let's go. Where's my freaking breakdancer, man? Now I can bring up my breakdancer. Here is a breakdancer. Here is the breakdancer. Oh, I gotta redo it because Goal's voice is on there because I was recording it from last night. There it is. Woo! Thank you, Flojo. I appreciate that for your gifted membership. Baby Shark, Explore Core. Make sure you guys received any gift memberships. We are one away from gifting 5 memberships. From YouTube gives us 5 memberships. So we're going to get the ball rolling on this New Year's Day. I really appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're 1 away. Boom, 5. There it is. By Jaded Bod, coming in hot. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. And I will donate 5 that YouTube gives us. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Jada Bod. I appreciate that. Let's go. Freaking breakdancer break. Breakdance, man. People are donating. Let's go. There it is. Boom. This is how I feel every time you guys are being supportive towards your channel. Thank you guys. Let's see who got that. Angie PLSN. Woohoo. All right. My breakdancer. This is how I feel, guys. Right there. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Flojo and Jade Abad. All right, let me play this and then I'll give the 5 memberships.
Joking about it, and the next day she wasn't at school, and like that's the last time I saw her. My heart dropped. I was like, I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. I kind of had a feeling when I saw like the first thing. I was like, what if it is her? But I just like brushed it off. But when I saw it really was her, I was like, damn, I really knew.
That's from our friends over at TMZ. That's Celeste, the Rivas' little middle school boyfriend, describing how years in the making she had trouble at home. Why did Celeste Rivas continue to run?
Right, Flojo? Where all the moms at? Where all the moms at? The mom intuition, huh? You guys are suspect of the kid? You guys think he's being coached? Interesting. David is guilty. He's too born and dry to be a professional actor. Let me catch up on chat. He looks off. Julie says he looks off to the side and puts his eyes down. Oh, interesting. Goal says, I think if that's what Celeste told him, it may have been an excuse to distract everyone from her real reason for running away. David! Exclamation mark. Pronounced diva. I mean, David 4VD. D4VD. My bad. Happy New Year, Sharon says Flojo. Yes, says Jazzy Jazz. Jada Bod, now you need to do 5 more, Mark. Absolutely. You guys want me to do it right now? I can do it right now. Let's do it. 5 gifted memberships. Let's see who gets it. Please give it to people who are in here. Please, YouTube. Can you give it to people who are in chat? Let's see. Britt got it. Hut got it. Crime Time Sheila got it. Heathen got it. Emma J got it. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. 5 gifted memberships. Britt, Hud, Crime Time Sheila, Heathen, and MJ got him. Right on, guys. Congratulations and welcome to the Shark family. Congratulations. Breakdancer time. Boom. All right, let me play this again. So a lot of people are sus. About that kid.
Away from home. How did everybody know that there was trouble at home? As a matter of fact, on this occasion that she ran away from home, her sister went looking for her, even poking her head, the sister, into a liquor store, asking if they could look at the surveillance video and see if Celeste had walked by. And sure enough, Celeste was caught on video cam on the incident when she ran away from home. To Dave Mack, Crime Stories investigative reporter, what happened in that instance?
You know, in that instance, Nancy, we actually can see that Celeste is kind of doing a walk run.
Oh, hey, Dave, look at your monitor. We're showing the video the sister got from the store. And there she is, literally running away from home. Let me be clear. Celeste was not in the liquor store. The surveillance video showed her going by. This little girl running away from home. And I got to ask, why? In this video from our friend Harvey Levin at TMZ. Now, what were you saying, Dave Mack? I just wanted you to see the video.
I just wanted to point out that, that video was at 7 a.m. That's when it was taken, at a time when children would normally be going to school. But so instead, Celeste is clearly kind of in a confused state. If you watch her stride, she's partially walking, partially running. It's like she's not quite sure what she's going to do, but that's the last they see of her. She takes off. And it's a fascinating read into the 13-year-old that is trying to figure out what to do. And as you just pointed out, Nancy, this is a child who spoke about being unhappy at home, not being treated well at home, and wanting to be away. And when I see her walking and stutter stopping kind of, and then running, it just breaks my heart.
Imagine this, Celeste, a little girl, sister, also a little girl, goes looking for her sister, asking stores and homes along the way if they had seen her sister. Even a young girl going in a liquor store asking if they had seen Celeste, and could she look at the surveillance video. And here is Celeste, 7 a.m., running away from home. Now,
so let me add to this. Again, the Shark family comes in with some really great thoughts. And Del Dank was saying that when either she used to run away or something like that, that she would do the exact same mannerisms of Celeste Rivas in this video because she felt the ass whooping on her behind. So she was galloping and getting away from the house. So that makes sense. So that's something to think about. Oh, hey, Rubber Ramada. That's cool. You got one. Nice. Right on. How you doing? Happy New Year's.
I'm certainly not the church lady, but I can tell you this. You need to know where your 12-year-old daughter is at 7 a.m.
So let me back it up a little bit. And I do have footage, drone footage from Happy New Year, Mark. Right on. Crime Time, Sheila, Robert, Ramada. Boom. Happy New Year. And all the blessings and all the good luck to you, Robert Ramada, and everybody in the Shark family that is in here. Best of luck to 2026. Grab it by the horns. Do your thing. Do your thing. So I do have drone footage of Lake Elsinore, where she turned that corner right there. So let me bring this up. Actually, let me bring up another one first. Here it is. Let me make this big right there. Or bigger. Hold on, let me pause it. Let's see. Let me make this a little bit bigger. There we go. That's better. So let me back this up. So right there where the arrow is, that's her home right there. That's the memorial. I went there recently and cleaned it up. Put some fresh flowers from the Shark family. So thank you guys. Really appreciate that. Keeping her memory alive. And we're just looking for justice. Nobody should be spending their 15th birthday in the front trunk of a Tesla. Come on now. Well, nobody anywhere should be allowed to get away with that, okay? And so we left some flowers there. We left some baby sharks there. And this right here is the memorial of the house of that TMZ video. Yeah, thank you guys. With the help and support with you guys, I'm able to go to these locations. So thank you guys. I appreciate that. And so here is drone footage from Lake Elsinore. And I wanted to recreate the footage from the liquor store, but I got a little bit higher so you guys can see what is on the other side of that building. And I believe that that's where she got picked up. And that's where she was being met by David. I believe, in my opinion, that's where Celeste Rivas and David Anthony Burke were meeting when she would run away from home. So you see that grassy area up top? That's where I believe that David was parking. Because if you see it on the footage, she doesn't cross the street. And I think that's where she cut through the sidewalk right there. So let me bring up some more footage right here. Yeah, and this drone was also possible by you guys. So thank you. Putting it to good use. I mean, all of a sudden we were like having a drone fund. I'm like, what is going on? And you guys were being so freaking cool with that. And I got it immediately as I can. And I immediately went out there and took some drone footage. And this is what I captured. And so let me play this. Actually, make it a little bit smaller. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you guys see the top area right there? That's where I believe they would meet. And this is that stop sign right there on the left corner. That's where she made a turn. So I did want to show you guys how it looks and what is behind this building and give you guys an aerial footage of Lake Elsinore. I mean, it's a pretty city. I like it. The lake's right there. Let me bring it up right here. Let me bring this one up. So this is Lake Elsinore. This is Celeste Rivas' hometown, her neighborhood. The lake is right there with the mountains in the backdrop. Oh, okay, Native Girl, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Yeah, go be with your family. Yeah, thoughts and prayers, and hopefully everything's okay. Yeah, take care of what you got to do. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. So this right here with the mountains in the background, the lake, the open space, just a beautiful place. It's quiet. I really like it. So I did want to showcase this because I've been hearing a lot of negative stuff about Lake Elsinore, but I think it's cool. I think it's pretty. I don't know. I like it. I wouldn't mind living there at all. So let me go back to this one right here. Let me play this.
I'm certainly not the church lady, but I can tell you this. You need to know where your 12-year-old daughter is at 7 a.m.
A friend of Celeste's mother, Mercedes Martinez, says the family was aware of the relationship with Burke. She doesn't know why they didn't ask where she had been staying. Celeste left again and went back to him. Someone called Celeste's mother and said, "Stop looking for her. She's fine." Take down social media post about Celeste being missing. She felt scared and took down a social media post asking for help finding Celeste.
As we go to air tonight, David Anthony Burke, a.k.a. David, a.k.a. D4VD, who, by the way, his music is through the roof on Spotify. Amazing. The irony. That said, he is radio silent, although we are learning he's going on social media and monitoring Reddit users. Everybody posting about Celeste's murder. And he is trying to control the narrative as it relates to him. So he's not totally quiet. He can go online and do that, but not mention a word of condolence. Speaking of remaining silent, did he not notice Celeste wasn't there? Did nobody say, "Hey, where's Celeste"? Apparently not, because she was never reported missing by either him or her parents. Yeah. Digest that for a minute. Nor was his car reported stolen. Interesting, right? That's called circumstantial evidence. And again, Burke is innocent. He will not be guilty unless he has been charged and proven guilty in a court of law by a jury of his peers. Is this real? Has this enormous gift to the defense just dropped into their lap? It all goes to a myriad of pill bottles found in D4VD, aka David Anthony Burke's home. A myriad of pill bottles belonging here to a myriad of people that were living there in and out and in and out. Based on those pill bottles and so far a lack of a COD cause of death, does this mean no one will answer up for a dead
Hey, do you guys know what I noticed right now is that I have another 5 more free gifted memberships that YouTube gives me. I thought it was just 5. But I see here I have 5 more. Last time I did 10 because I thought I was behind them, behind in chats. I mean, behind in gifted memberships. So that's pretty cool. What do you guys think? Should I do another 5? So I guess we get 10 for the month. Damn, that's pretty cool if we get 10. Yeah, I got 5 more. What do you guys think? Should I do 5 more? How did I get another 5 right now? That's what I thought too. Yeah. Might as well. Press 1 if I should give 5 more memberships. Press 1. And press 2 if I should save them for another day. Stoic Dissension. Happy New Year's, Mark. Happy New Year's, Shark family. Good to be here today. Right on. Sharon says save. Rubber Ramada says 2. Save it. Norma says 1. English says 1. A lot of 1s in here. 1. Norma Guerra says 1. Fonzie says 1. Usually, Rubber Marmota. That's a good thought, right? Wait until half of the month. That's a good thought. That's a good thought right there. I'm not gonna lie. If I wait till halfway of the month, I could spread it out. But if everybody's putting in 1s, we could incentive to stay. Look at that. Interesting. All right, let me think about it. Guys.
teen girl decomposing in a hot car trunk? Listen.
Bottles of prescription pain medication and drug paraphernalia are recovered inside the home, not by LAPD, but by Steve Fisher. The LAPD did not publicly disclose finding prescription drugs or drug paraphernalia. Other people were staying there as well, men and women.
Actually, no, that's good, yeah, because it is an incentive to stay, and I could promote that later too. That's a really good idea, Rubber Bermuda. She says, "Y'all gonna hate me?" No. It's from a creator's point of view, that does make a lot of sense. Thank you for that input. We'll see.
Their personal belongings in guest bedrooms, bathroom cabinets, and bedside tables. A neighbor reported seeing Celeste sitting on the curb in front of the house as if she was waiting for someone to let her inside.
What does it all mean? We know, based on neighbor accounts and more, that Celeste was living in the home of David Anthony Burke, aka D4VD. He says David. Straight out to special guest Steve Fisher joining us, missing persons private investigator.
Steve Fisher, Chloe's favorite personality. Chloe, where you at? Your favorite guy is coming up.
Investigator, search and rescue specialist, owner of Search Investigation, who is hired by the owner of Burke's mansion. Now, I want to get to the fact that there is no COD right now. In my experience, a toxicology report, a screening would have come back by now, which leaves me concerned, Steve Fisher, that we're not going to get an accurate toxicology report. Why? Because she basically baked and melted in that Tesla trunk. What did you find in D4VD David Anthony Burke's rented mansion specifically?
So there was opiate prescription medication. There was a few bottles of that. And then there was paraphernalia that you can use to smoke different types of drugs. It's not for, one type. It's something you find in a smoke shop,
Steve Fisher, without divulging names, were there names on the pill bottles of opiates?
They were, and they were hydrocodone. They were Lortab, generic Lortab, opiates, painkillers.
To Luke Kenton joining us, senior investigative reporter with Daily Mail. Luke Kenton, thank you for being with us. You see where I'm going with this, right, Luke? If there were multiple pill bottles of opiates, and from what I've seen, and it hasn't all made it into mainstream media, there were a lot of people in and out, a core group living there, but a lot of people in and out of Burke's home. There were a lot of pill bottles reportedly in Burke's home. Where I'm going with this is, if we don't get a COD, cause of death, if she's too decomposed to get a good toxicology screen, the argument is going to be, Luke Kenton, oh, she voluntarily, all on her own, just gobbled down a bunch of opiates and she died. That's how she died, everybody. We had nothing to do with it. And then out of fear, we hid her body. That's where this is going, Kenton. Do you have any idea, Luke Kenton, who the people were going in and out? It was like Grand Central Station at Burke's mansion. And who were the core people actually living there? Any idea on that? Have they been identified and that has just not been released?
They haven't been publicly named. There has been, obviously, as I'm sure you're aware, a lot of online sleuthing going on around this case and trying to piece together the blanks that the LAPD aren't currently filling in for us publicly. Some of these individuals, and I can't speak to the people that may or may not have been living at the home, but there was a group that David was often seen with on social media. One close friend in particular that appeared to be involved in his music team in some capacity.
Okay, so basically what you're telling me is there's a lot of people in and out and nobody can confirm it. Let's see that shot control room that we got from our friend Harvey Levin over at TMZ. The mansion is covered in security cams. So we know who goes in and stays overnight on a daily basis. It's not rocket science, Fisher, to figure out who's living there. All you have to do is ping their phone and see, is it there night after night after night? I mean, do I have to connect the dots here?
No, it's like you said, it's not hard to do. In fact, they put it on their own social media. There's constantly, photos in the house. There's a group of 4 or 5 of them that are always there, and they're kind of David's, groupies or whatever. They work with them, but they're always around. So these are people that were definitely using the house kind of as a home base, at least.
You know what, Fisher? Let's just cut it. Let's just cut through it. All I need is one witness. One witness to crack. One of Burke's insiders to tell the truth about the night Celeste died.
Yeah, that's probably maybe Asia spilling the tea from the way she's been on social media and talking comfortably and trolling David and, living her best life. Did she spill the tea?
Otherwise, no one is going to be held responsible. That's the way it's heading right now. Things could change. When you say a core group, what does that mean? Are you referring to the 2 to 4 people we think live there with Burke?
Yeah, or at least we're staying there often. They might have had their own residences too, but they had belongings there. The nightstands were being used. In the master bedroom, there was female products, and the bathroom was completely filled with things where it wasn't just an overnight type of thing.
Conspiracy theories abounding online as to what really happened. Listen.
The David and Celeste thing is the most obvious Hollywood satanic ritual I've ever seen.
That actually hurt my ear. My ears are bleeding. And that is from @SupremeTings on TikTok. There's more. Listen.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest, gotta be honest with y'all, bro. The David situation is all the PR stuff, okay? You guys are all falling for it. Do you not notice all of us literally singing in the back of my mind? Like, bro, it's a literal PR stunt. He hit #1 on...
Wait, what happened, Dale Dank? Those were some of the girl in the concert pic? Which one? Let me go back. Something happened?
iTunes.
Okay, he lost me with the Cruella hair right there. I'm out. No, I'm not putting him on the stand.
Cindy says, she is rude AF. Grrr.
With another crazy theory, and that is from @light, Light, Sun Zane on TikTok. Take a listen to this.
If this is
Go back a minute. Oh, come on, dang.
perfect candidate to set up and frame for a murder.
I don't think David did it. I know I'm gonna ruffle some feathers. Y'all might get mad, but I really don't think he did it.
I'm gonna be honest. David did not do it, man. David did not do it. Like, y'all need to spread the news, man. David did not do it.
I think it's safe to say that David did not kill nobody, bro. Didn't do it, gang. Yo, bro, just think about it, bro.
That is from @KillerA3. It is from @Curicio2, from @TaganHooks, and from @NKStacks, all on TikTok.
Shocking information uncovered by the LAPD has the investigation spotlight finally pointing on Burke. Investigators have developed new information that leads them to believe Celeste likely died in the spring of this year, and the death is being tentatively treated as a possible homicide.
What has changed? What has happened? Why is
Yeah, so there's that, the spring theory, that she was done live in spring. There's a January 2nd theory that FloJo came up with, and there is the earlier timeline of what Nancy Grace is saying is late August. So those three, but I'm shooting more towards mid-spring when David did his trip up to Santa Barbara. But who knows? I don't know. We'll see. But I know I definitely think we're gonna know, or they already know, when she was unalived.
D4VD, David now reportedly being viewed as a suspect. Will this result in murder charges? How can this be without a toxicology report as of yet? But to Dave Mack, Crime Stories investigative reporter, what I consider to be really validating what many court viewers knew, that D4VD is being considered as a suspect, although it has not been officially announced, is the change in the timeline. Now we are learning that police sources believe Celeste was killed back in the spring. And bombshell tonight, police also looking at a road trip taken into a remote area by D4VD in the spring, where he stayed in that remote area for hours before returning back. I can only assume this information is coming from his nav system, or is there a rat within Burke's camp? Because tonight I definitely smell a rat. Let's start at the beginning. Dave Mack, what do you know?
Well, Nancy, we know that D4VD
Nancy Grace smells a rat. Who is that rat?
took a trip to Santa Barbara County, which is about 100 miles from the house that he was renting and taking about 2 hours to drive, okay? So he takes this drive in the middle of the night in the spring of this year, and he stays there for a couple of hours. Now, they say remote area of Santa Barbara. If you've ever been to Santa Barbara, remote area can include probably 80% of the surrounding area. Big area, and you can actually be there and not be seen for a long time. He was there for hours.
Yeah, Del Deng says that, Mark, that actually matches when his fans were theorizing Tommy had unalived someone around spring.
Hours. Now, they're also saying they believe, I'm talking about the police investigation is saying to this source, they believe Celeste died sometime in the spring of 2025. So we have Burke driving in the middle of the night to Santa Barbara County in the spring of 2025. And we have them saying Celeste died in the spring 2025.
I told you I smell a rat. because we know, according to the leak, he, the killer, did not do this alone. He had to have help dismembering the body, according to the report. If she is in fact dead since the spring, which coincides with that late night trip out to the remote area near Santa Barbara, you're going to have a witness. You're going to have somebody wrapped. An arrest is imminent in the D4VD case as a witness is refusing to testify in front of a grand jury. What does that mean? Now, unlike a defendant who cannot be forced to testify, a witness can be put in jail if they refuse to testify. Straight out to Alexis Tereszchuk, Crime Stories investigative reporter. Alexis, this is what I know. I know it's a state's witness, which means it's a witness that will testify against David Anthony Burke, aka D4VD. It's a female witness against Burke, who is refusing to testify, and she has lawyered up. She's got the same lawyer as the record exec that just got a, let's see, technical legal term, in front of the grand jury. Just wait, guys, until you hear what he said. That said, she's lawyered up, female, testifying against D4VD, refusing to come in, and she's about to end up in the can, in the pokey, for her recalcitrance. What do you know?
Well, you're exactly right. So there has been a grand jury that has been called in Los Angeles County, and Robert Morgenroth, who is an executive who's in charge of David's record label, he testified in front of the grand jury, and he was heard in the hallway outside the grand jury room talking to his attorney saying, I didn't even feel like I needed to be calling the police after she was found dead because we were on tour. I didn't want to jeopardize the tour.
Dave Mack, the person that's getting arrested is the female witness. And
so that's Robert right there, Morgan Roth Jr. and Evan Janas. Hopefully I'm saying that right. His lawyer, and supposedly the lawyer for the woman that's allegedly getting arrested or threatened to get arrested is the same lawyer that Robert has, which is Evan.
I'm betting that it's somebody that lives in that house that basically shacks up in there and knows what happened.
Nancy, we were given a huge clue on this a couple of weeks ago when in some of our reporting, it was that the police had run that search warrant inside the house, and they were able to determine which person in that house had been sleeping in which room. Remember, they talked about how D4VD had this very tight inner circle. Well, there are 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, it definitely does have a tight inner circle. Neil, Asia, and Vanessa, and Celeste Herrera. We've always seen them in videos. Every time they hang out, they're together. But Neo is, I mean, like, that's his right-hand man, his best friend, Neo. So I don't know. But then again, Neo has been liking Asia's comments, and it seems like they're still tight, so to speak. She hasn't unfollowed him or anything like that. Let's see. Just catch up on chat. Somebody said something interesting. Julie says, maybe he took her out there to talk. Something went wrong. He panicked and brought her back, spoke to Neil, who then helped him. Let's see. Oh, were you talking about the other images, Della Dink? Celeste Rivas? Let me catch up on chat. Let's see. Yeah, Jackie's saying, "Hey, Jackie, how you doing? Welcome, Happy New Year." But wouldn't you leave the body there instead of keeping it in your car? It's so weird. Cindy from sunny South Florida. Julie, that's an interesting theory, in my opinion. English says, it looks to me Celeste went missing in January. Jade Abad says, do we know when David came back from the August concert? June, July, August. He should have been back pretty quickly because then he went on tour. He left from the Hollywood Hills on July 29th, 2025. That's a good question, though. Let's see. Daldeng says there is a witness can get there. It is witness can get locked up for not testifying, and they can't lie because they'll get locked up for lying. Sharon says he freaked out, could not leave her in the natural elements, decided to put her in the front and bring her back to LA until he could figure out what to do. In the meantime, he possibility was Neko. Daldeng. So they will be forced to speak. Daldeng says Asia don't even know she's a suspect. That's why they ain't calling her to testify. That's funny. She says, just kidding. Gold says, LAPD, can you just ask David what he went to Santa Barbara for on that late night journey, okay? Just go ask him and report back to us with the answer, right? Absolutely. Julie says, has Esmeralda said anything? I don't think so. I think maybe she might have said something on Facebook or through the GoFundMe, saying thanks to people who donated. David is guilty. I've never even seen Vanessa. DJ says she bleeped out because she was cussing. David is guilty. Has Neil been liking Asia's comment lately? Yes, he has. Deng Fozzie, because why wouldn't they call her to testify? She already knows a lot, like Robert. Yeah, I think they all know something, right? DJ says Neil is his right hand sometimes. That's so funny. I'll walk right into that one. Let me bring up Vanessa. If you guys don't know who that is, let me bring her up real quick. I've been I've been organizing my files. So let's see. They call themselves the fam. So let me see. Yeah, so this one's Vanessa right here. Let me bring her up real quick. This is Vanessa right there. Whoops. So that's Vanessa right there on the right. Another Celeste Rivas lookalike, to say the least. So on the left, that's Celeste Herrera. On the back is yours truly, Neo. And to the right is Vanessa. That's, yep. And coincidentally enough, as Nancy Grace would say, this is about a 20-minute walk from where the last picture, one of the last pictures of Celeste Rivas was taken in downtown LA. So this place, these apartments are about 20 minutes from the last image of Celeste Rivas. One of them. Remember this one right here? Watch. Remember the knife one? The knife picture. Let me see if I have it right here. Oh, I think my mouse is about to die too. It's dying. Hold on, let me plug in my yeah, it's about to go in a minute, but let me bring up that picture real quick. Desktop. Yeah, you guys remember this picture right here? This was taken in downtown LA, December 31st, 2024. And yeah, this place is 20 minutes from where this picture was taken of Vanessa. 20-minute walk. All right, let me play this so that way I can
that were with him constantly.
So I can recharge my mouse because it's struggling right now.
And stayed in that house with him. One of those people, I guarantee you, is a female that they're trying to get in court. There was also another tip that we had, and it goes back to when they said he had help. That whoever cut up Celeste had help. They went out, remember, on the long drive in the middle of the night, out in the middle of nowhere, had help. So we've got a couple of hints here as to who it is. The scary part of it is that the same attorney representing his manager also represents this unnamed female that they're trying to bring into court to testify in front of the grand jury.
Let me remind everybody, Celeste was just 13.
Do you guys think maybe the unknown female that's not wanting to cooperate? Do you guys think it might be Neo? Is that a possibility?
10 years old when this whole thing cranked up with David Anthony Burke. She's dead, dismembered, turning into nothing but goo. And someone doesn't want to testify? Really? Someone that potentially stood by and watched all this happen and did nothing? You can run, but you can't hide. That female prosecutor knows you, your name, your DOB, your SSN, social security number, your address, your mama's name, your brother's name, your boyfriend's name, your tag number. Go ahead, go in, go under oath, and tell the truth. A little girl is dead, and you're refusing to testify. And you know another thing? To D4VD David Anthony Burke's manager, shame on you. You actually said out in the courthouse hall that you didn't have any duty to call and report a dead girl in a trunk. All you wanted to do was continue with the tour. You know what? Pontius Pilate, just washing your hands and looking the other way. It ain't working this time. If you know or think you know anything about the brutal death of this little girl, Celeste Rivas, please call LAPD 213-486-6890. There will be justice in this case. 213-486-6890. You can either call LAPD 213-486-6890. There will be justice in this case. 213-486-6890. You can either get involved, be a part of the solution, or you can stand back and do nothing and be part of the problem. Tonight, we remember an American hero, Officer Jesus Corona of Parlier PD, California, just 20.
Rest in peace to this officer, Jesus Corona.
Was continue with the LA.
But if you guys definitely do have any information, big or small, I would recommend calling LAPD Robbery Homicide Division, Robbery and Homicide Division at 213-486-6890. 213-486-6890. Anything, guys. If you guys were there at parties, if you guys were hanging out with David, if you guys were hanging out with Celeste Rivas, come forward, man. Celeste Rivas needs justice. Her family needs justice. And just the heinous of this crime. Nobody should be able to get away with this. Not in here, not in Rome, not in China, nowhere. And if you guys have any information, please reach out to law enforcement, LAPD, please. Even if it's small, even if it's something so small that you think it's nothing, that you saw Celeste Rivas on this date, and maybe you saw her in August of 2025, maybe you've seen her in April of 2025. For a brief second, any information, I'm begging you guys, please call this number, 213-486-6890, with any information, big or small. And who knows, it might be the thing that just seals it. And yeah, do the right thing, right, Norma Guerra? Do the right thing, and I guarantee you more people will follow suit. Someone needs to step it up. If you haven't stepped it up in the courtroom, in the grand jury, step it up, man. Step it up. Someone needs to step it up and and just be a leader when it comes to this. Someone needs to come forward and just say, hey, this is what happened. It was an accident, and things got out of hand, and this is what happened, whatever it may be. So, or if you were in the vicinity or in proximity or in the area or in the same room as Celeste, Rivas, and David, and you saw something going on, call it in, man. Call it in. Oh, man. Just unbelievable. I need to grab some water real quick, guys. Give me 1 second, okay? All right, I am back. I am back. Yeah, left some baby sharks over there at the memorial. Oh man, so what do you guys think? There's going to be an arrest? Maybe this month or next month or this year? What do you guys think? Is there an arrest coming soon? What do you guys think? Right, Miss Dizzle? Yeah. She says, I hope soon. My heart can take this. Absolutely. I mean, imagine what the family's going through. I mean, imagine what the family's going through. Do you guys remember this video right here?
I don't even know if you're allowed to show knives on Twitch, but
I've always wondered if this was the part of the murder weapon.
Chromium, chromacopia, chromacopia. Oh, you said don't show it? You can't? I can't?
And he's always so giddy. He's always so giddy with that knife, man. I'm always like, just, I don't know, cautious of people who are very giddy with that kind of stuff. Right, goal. Yep. I caught that too. A little too excited there. A little too excited. You know what I mean? Like, damn, dude. So I've always wondered, I'm like, could that be the murder weapon? I've always wondered that. So that's crossed my mind. Attention seeking Sishan, yep. It's weird combined a knife with Kirby, yep. Master Death, Hancock 1340. Good to see you. Happy New Year. How are you? This lawyer only goes for death penalty cases, pretty much playing her. It take pretty much paying her. It take him down. Oh, right. Yeah. If she was unalived on January 2nd, it would be a year. Yeah. If that's the theory, if that theory is correct. I'm thinking more of the consensus is maybe mid-spring. But who knows? I mean, anything's possible. With this case, anything's possible for sure. Catherine says February, I think that's what's projected. Jade Abad says maybe we will get some news tomorrow on the anniversary of her unaliving. Misty, hey Misty, how you doing? Dang, this is just that. Yeah, absolutely. Way too excited for this. Way too excited. But I think that's all I got for you guys today. This was a very good live. We got through a lot of information, and credit to Nancy Grace for her coverage and continued coverage of the Celeste Rivas case, because she's a huge personality personality. She's a big personality. And so any coverage of that magnitude for this case is great, in my opinion, because I mean, to keep it alive, we see that a lot in cases where it just fades away. But I mean, I'm glad that she's still covering the case. So that's good. Yeah, that's the thing too, right? Flojo, you could post pictures at a later date. So it could have been earlier. I mean, it could have been that night, January 2nd. I mean, that's what FS investigates have is last proof of life that he has. Again, take that with a grain of salt because we don't know what LAPD has. They might have proof of life later. They might not. But if that's the case, then it would put the timeline later. And I believe that LAPD has proof of life when she was unalived. Last time she was either seen publicly or from friends or whatnot. I do believe LAPD has a different date than January 2nd, 2025, but we don't know yet. I mean, that could be true. That could be true. We just don't know yet. So we'll have to wait and see. We have to wait and see when that was. I mean, could you imagine if it is on January 2nd, where he would have kept Celeste's body? I mean, just thinking about it, it's creepy. Mm-hmm. Ms. Dizzle says if it's later, then it might be her at the Maryland concert. I hope so, Flojo. I hope it does come out. I mean, they would have to present that as evidence of last known proof of life. Yeah, but SF has it on January 2nd. That's what he has from David's camera. But we don't know what LAPD has. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not going to come out now, yes. But it's going to have to come out later. They're going to have to present last proof of life. Whether it's a picture, whether it's text messages, whether it's contact with family or friends, whether it's a phone call, an email. I do believe LAPD does have last proof of life. Yeah, Ms. Dizzle, I want to see all the data on his phones. I want to see his social media. I want to see all the Tesla footage. I want all the transcripts from the grand jury. I want camera footage from the neighbors. I want to see that. I want all of that. All of it. Misty says, I think he was just a really fake person. Right. I mean, not the unaliving part. I'm not like trying to like eager to look at that. I mean, this is true crime. I've seen crime scene photos. There's one crime scene photos that I have not looked, and that is from a case, but other cases I have. The notes on the wrist? No, I haven't seen that one yet. I don't think. I'll check it out. DJ says, yeah, Nancy calls it how it is. She don't play nor scared to speak or run. Yeah, and I think too, DJ, I think it's an act, it's a persona. I think her saying the things that she says is some for a part for entertainment purposes. To get people to talk, to get people going, to get people riled up, and she does a good job at it. I don't think she's like that in her personal life. I don't think she's at the dinner table saying, "Hey, little boy," or I think it's all part of her act. I think so. Let's see. David is good. Says, "What platform was Neil liking Asia's post?" I want to look at it. I think it was Instagram. It was one of them, but he was liking her post. Might have been Instagram. Oh, look at that. DJ says, I hope they arrest him on February 14th. That would be poetic. Yes. Look at that. Right, Fonzie? Could you imagine her talking like that? Oh, she wasn't like that, Cindy, from Center South Florida? I don't know what her old stuff is. Master says, no, Nancy Grace had someone in her family murdered. She'd like that for real, that her. Catherine says, I'm sure all the info will paint a different picture. Yeah, it always does, right? with any case, it always does. We are only getting a little snippet of what the actual picture is, and so when that extra information or evidence comes out, you're like, whoa, it's like mind blowing. And so I believe that we're going to get our minds blown whenever the evidence comes out, if it comes to that, because there is a plea deal on the table to spare either the families or, the prosecution is on the defendant's ass, and the defendant's like, hey, let's do a deal because it's not looking good for me. There's that too. And then we won't be able to see evidence for whoever long LAPD wants to keep it. So I don't know. Cindy says, not at all. She was straightforward, but not rude and belittling like she is now. She does that. Yeah. I mean, she has really good guests on there too, but she does that. Yes. She does interrupt her guests. She does belittle them in jokingly manner. But again, I think that's just, in my opinion, I just think she's trying to play it up more for the cameras. So, I mean, I do respect what she does in the true crime community. I do respect that she is keeping the story alive. And, I'm showing it here to you guys too. So I do have to keep that level of, in my opinion, respect for her in this case. Let's see. Yeah, she is straight to the point, says Master. David Gilson says, y'all think Asia's still friends with David and Neil? I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, she does. She does have passion for this case. Do you think LE can press charges before February? I don't know. It's interesting, though. Interesting. Let me see if I can, let me see how much time I got. It makes me wonder too, right, guys? Like, when do you guys, like, it's supposed to be a secret grand jury, investigative grand jury, or a grand jury. It makes me wonder if any of the information that came out is even, I don't know. I take it with a grain of salt until it actually happens. I take it day by day. I take it update by update. I try not to get too ahead of myself. I try not to get too ahead of myself when it comes to any case. Again, I take it date by date, update by update, and see what happens and see what comes out. But why would Neil like her post if they're not friends? Well, it seems like they still are friends. David is innocent. I mean, David is guilty. We need one to say David is innocent so you guys can go at it and debate the ideas. Let's see. But again, guys, that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you guys so much. This was a really good live. I really appreciate you guys. The Shark family has been phenomenal, has been unbelievable. You guys are amazing. Kick 2026 is butt. Grab it by the horns. And I wish you guys nothing but the best. And I wish you guys nothing but good luck and good fortune and blessings and prayers and thoughts and positive vibes. Keep it coming. Keep it going. Keep trucking. Keep swimming. Keep going. Don't give up. Never give up. And guys, man, just handle it. And everything else is just noise. It's just noise. Like water on a duck. Thank you guys so much. Let me go through my... All right, Deanna Moore, 7775. Thank you so much for your super chat. She says, Happy New Year, Shark family. Boom. Thank you so much. Let me put my breakdancer up here.
Are you for real?
Shut up.
A little bit, like.
You lying?
There's the breakdancer. Because I'm going through the super chat, super stickers. Best wishes for your channel, says Catherine. Thank you so much for a $5 donation. Thank you, Dana Morse, for your $2 donation. Jada Bod with a gifted membership. Thank you so much. Boom. Bernice, thank you so much for your $5 super chat. Yes, I heard from David Friends that there's another girl who was jealous of Celeste and she would wear Celeste clothes. But who knows, she said. Then we have Jada Bod again with a gifted membership, Baby Shark. If you guys got gifted memberships by Jada Bod or Flojo or me, make sure you guys thank them. Or English as well. I'll get to you. Jess also gifted a 1 Baby Shark membership. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jazz, for your gifted Baby Shark membership. Boom. Where's the breakdancer, man? Breakdancer, come on. People were donating, man. There we go. There it is, Jazzy. All right, Flojo, thank you so much. Coming in hot with the gifted membership, Baby Shark. Boom, Flojo, thank you so much. There's the breakdancer. There it is. Let's go. Thank you, Flo. And then we have another gifted membership by Jada Bod. Boom. Thank you so much for gifting another Baby Shark membership to the Shark family, making the Shark family grow and grow and grow. Guys, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers. It's unbelievable. Never would have imagined I'd be at this point so fast, but you guys are the best. I thank you guys, seriously. And then I gifted 5 memberships. And then English gifted a Baby Shark membership. Thank you, English Dottier. I'll just say English for short. Thank you so much for your gifted Baby Shark membership to the Shark family. If you guys got gifted memberships from boom, did you send another one? Wait a minute. Yeah, you did. That's so cool. Thank you, English, so much for your gifted membership of a Baby Shark to Shelly Malone 7637. Gifted one. If you guys got any gifted memberships by English, make sure you thank them or them. I should say, I don't know if they're a woman or a man, but make sure you thank English. Thank you so much for your 2 gifted memberships. Boom, coming in hot at the end. Thank you. And then I gifted 5 memberships. Jada Bod gifted, Flojo gifted, Jazzy Jess gifted, Jada Bod gifted another one, Bernice $5 super sticker, Jada Bod gifted membership, Catherine and Deanna Morse. Thank you guys so much for being amazing, being cool, keeping it classy. Thank you guys so much. Let me put some exit music on for you guys, and we'll call it a night. Thank you guys. Much love. Have a good night. Happy New Year, guys. Call somebody, tell them you love them. Good night, guys. Thank you.